Welcome drivers and crew to the 2020 VSCDA Au Grattan event featuring Sports 2000. This will serve as our virtual drivers meeting for the event. On behalf of our club and your event chairs, Don Kelly, Jeff Janis, and myself, Doug Bruce, we are just glad you are racing with us. Extraordinary circumstances require us to modify our typical race weekend so that we can all race safely and meet state and local rules. Please read your packet and follow our COVID-19 guidelines so that we may all have the opportunity to participate once again in this sport we love called vintage racing. We welcome our S2000 racers, this year's featured mark. We hope you enjoy one of our favorite tracks to race in the country. I'd like to go over a few items of particular interest that we will all need to follow for this event. First, registration. This will be contactless and cashless. You must have all the required information and forms uploaded to the registrar by Monday, August 10th. You will enter the facility like normal, but instead of stopping at registration, you will drive through to the open gate at turn 1 and you will drive down the front stretch. There you will be handed your packet and any information that you may need. Paddock space. This is an important one. As we all know, the paddock space at Grattan is pretty tight. Given the COVID environment that we are operating under, we must maintain a buffer between trailers. Therefore, paddock spaces will be designated and there will be somebody that will walk you to your paddock space. Please do not argue with them. Please understand that to host this event, we have to dramatically change how we typically run a race event. So please be respectful so that we can show we are meeting state mandates. Tech. VSCDA has extended the annual tech from last year, so no new tech inspections will be required for cars that previously had an annual from last year. New cars without an annual tech, will need to report to the tech shed, which is in the upper paddock. Only a single crew member per car will be allowed to take the car through tech. When you arrive there, please do not crowd the cars or hang out in the tech shed. One car at a time, please. Just follow their directives when you arrive there. All registrants will be required to take their logbook and their completed tech form to the tech shed to get their run group sticker. Please fill out this tech form in your paddock before you report to tech. No helmet stickers will be required or handed out for this event. Timing and scoring. Check your packet for the app that the track uses for timing and scoring. There are several apps out there. We are unsure at this time which app the track is going to use. One set of timing and scoring sheets will be placed at the tower so that you can walk up there with your mask on, maybe take your cell phone and take a picture of that and then return back to your paddock. Do not remove these sheets. They are the only set that will be posted. Drivers Committee. This will be contactless for this event. Charlie Hall is our Drivers Committee chair this racing weekend. See your packet for his contact info. It will be your requirement to contact him via cell phone if there is metal-to-metal contact or other contact that would normally require a Drivers Committee report. Please self-report to him and he will direct you to what paperwork and where that paperwork is and where you're located in the paddock so that he may come by and review all pertinent information. Now for event details. Dinners. We are once again using Queue It Up Catering. They have had current experience with group dining during this COVID virus. Please be respectful of their directions as you arrive to grab your meal. You will be called by race group over the PA. Workers will be served first. And by the way, thank you workers, track workers, safety workers, and safety crew. Thank you. Bring your tickets that'll be in your packet. Please make sure you order your dinners online at registration. They won't be available at the track. The drivers, I believe, are included with one. You will need to order additional dinner tickets for your crew. You will pick up your food in the upper paddock, not at our usual tent by the entry, but in the upper paddock. Masks. Plan on wearing your mask if you are outside of your paddock. Be respectful of others. This means for trips to the bathroom, concessions, and even picking up your dinner. Masks will be provided in your packet, and cloth masks are acceptable. Please read our COVID guidelines that will be in your packet and that are also online on our website, as those may change because of the ever-changing situation with state and local mandates. General information. This is a non-spectator event. Please have your online registration and changes completed by Monday, August 10th. This also requires you to send some forms and information back to registration by that date. Our event will also include the following specialty races. These are available online and must be registered before the event, and those include open and closed wheel enduros, Trans Am B sedan race, Formula V challenge, Sprite and midget races, and our featured Mark S2 races. You will have more track time than anywhere else. Please make sure you are prompt to the grid and listen for the announcements over the PA. Noon touring. Noon touring will occur for drivers and crew and workers. Drivers in a race car are free, as are workers. Crew must be paid for with your online registration. There will be a short meeting at the track for all those who are participating. Please maintain social distancing at this gathering. See your packet for any info. This is coordinated by Bob Hanna. This is free for drivers and workers. Again, there will also be a 7:45 a.m. Sunday morning devotional. This is coordinated by Ron Smith. Listen for announcements and follow our COVID rules for masks and distancing, please. A reminder, make sure you print and sign your track waiver prior to the event and email to vscda@vscda.org by Monday, August 10th. You will not be allowed to enter the track without this form. No race engines are to be run from 6 p.m. to 9 a.m., please. Make sure your wristbands that are located in your packet are on and well visible to grid workers when you arrive to the grid. Please read our standard operating procedures in your packet. As you know from this event, as we always say, please do not be that guy or gal. We know this event is a bit different this year. Current circumstances require that we pull this event off in a safe manner. With everyone's help, we can show that this can be accomplished, and we get to race in a year when so many other events have been canceled. Just know VSCDA has worked diligently to allow this event to take place. We have worked with our own health officials, some on our board, to prepare our operating plan to address COVID-19 directives. Bring and wear your mask. Wash your hands frequently and maintain social distancing, and we will all be able to enjoy a safe weekend of racing. We're glad you're racing with us. Finally, please thank and support our sponsors. Haggerty Vintage Motorsport Insurance, Next Gen Head and Neck Restraint, Pegasus, where racers get their parts, Meridian Dealer Service, and one of our own racers, Jeff Parazic, Raymond James Investors. And now, part 2 of this virtual drivers meeting is a message from our Chief Steward. Thank you. As you can see, I'm not Gordon Ensing, but I have his blessing to cover his portion of the drivers meeting. So this is part 2 of the VSCDA Au Grattan virtual drivers meeting. Here are some event-specific issues Gordon wanted me to go over. 1, you must have your credentials. These are in your packet. Please put them on. 2, paddock speed is 15 miles an hour. It's always a crowded paddock, so please look around for others. 3, the grid is located just behind the starter's tower towards turn 3. You'll be directed there by a corner worker as you arrive. 4, cars reporting after the 5-minute call to grid will forfeit their position. Again, this year we'll be on a tight schedule. Things may change, so please listen to the PA system for any announcements in the schedule change. race starts. Once you enter the grid and then you're directed onto the track, there will be a 1 3/4 lap pace lap behind the pace car, starting from where you enter the track at turn 3 from the false grid. The pace car lights will go out as it enters turn 7 for the. If you go 4 wheels off during a warm-up, practice, or qualifying session, you must come down pit lane and report to the pit lane steward for a vehicle inspection. If you do go off course or spin and can continue, look towards the nearest corner worker for track re-entry and follow their directions. If no corner worker is visible, wait and return and re-enter without interfering with other cars that are on track and at speed. Passing is the responsibility of both drivers. Primary responsibility is of the overtaking driver. Don't be that guy. Flags. We know the green and checker, although, just as a reminder, we are racing once you see the green waving. Yellow flags. A single stationary yellow flag means there is off-course danger, slow down, and no passing. A single waving yellow flag means there's on-course danger, slow down, no passing, be prepared to stop. On both of those yellow flags, you are under yellow conditions until you arrive or can see the next manned corner station with no yellow flag. A double stationary yellow flag means the entire course is under yellow conditions. Again, slow down, no passing, prepare for a safety car. There might be an SC displayed at the starter stand along the front straight. In short, passing under a yellow will not be tolerated. Penalties will be imposed. Please be safe and alert. Now, the other flags. Red flag, extreme danger. Slow down and come to a stop at the edge of the track in sight of the nearest flag station. Proceed cautiously to the pit lane after an indication from the corner worker that it is safe to do so. You may be instructed to follow a pace car or safety vehicle back to the pit lane. The white flag. White flag means there's a slow-moving vehicle on the course. Proceed with caution. Give them room and pass with care. The debris flag means the track may be slippery or there may be debris on the track surface. Exercise caution, slow down, be prepared to avoid debris. The blue and yellow flag is a discretionary flag. Another competitor is closing from behind. Check your mirrors, hold your line, be predictable. The black flag, closed or furled. It's a warning signal of unsafe on-track action, sometimes shown with a number board at the start stand along the front straight. Stationary black flag. You must immediately go to pit lane and report to the pit lane steward. This will be shown with a number board at the start stand and turn 8. Stationary at all flag stations. The session has been suspended. Slow down, no passing, go to pit lane, and do not take an additional lap. The black flag with the orange dot. The meatball. You have a mechanical problem. Go to pit lane and see the pit lane steward for inspection. Do not take an additional lap. You may be oiling the track down and causing us to lose track time for other competitors. The checker flag, the session is over, slow down and return to the pit lane. Finally, pit in. It is located at the top of the hill before turn 12. Stay driver's right as you climb the hill. Let other drivers behind you know your intention with a raised arm. Slowly work your way down pit lane to the starter stand. Do not shortcut into the upper paddock along pit lane. Thank you for your attention and see you at the track.